To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that? Because you have to believe that the Flash series could actually be better. Yes, I know it's almost impossible. Let's just cut to the chase. We'll start from season 1 all the way to season 9. Alright, so we're starting off the season with the pilot episode where it's about the guy that controls the weather. I think it would be good to make his powers more like tornado so it's more threatening. We're just gonna start the show off normally. I don't think we should have the beginning scene where he was like being chased. I think it should go straight to the him running to the police scene where he's being a CSI and we could see how much of a nerd he is. Before we move on to the episode, I want to clarify of how the characters work. I think Iris should be less of his best friend or brother, just a person that he knows, like he has a crush on. But I think his friend should be maybe someone from school, like it could be Doug from the comics. Doug was actually in the show, but he was that weird like laser eyes guy. I also think some characters that are going to be in future seasons should be in the show earlier. So I think a crime, another CSI could be August Hart, aka Godspeed. He could be like Julian Albert from season 3, where he's like mean to Barry, but then they grow a relationship and then they're like best friends. Then he could be betrayed later on and become Godspeed. But we'll talk about that later. I think the whole being struck by lightning for 9 months, being sent to Star Labs is good, but I think we're going to change the Star Labs crew. So the normal Harry Wells is going to be alive, but Ronnie's also going to be alive, and Ronnie's going to be played by the Homelander actor, and he's going to actually be Reverse Flash. So there's going to be Caitlin, the real Harry Wells, Cisco, and then Ronnie, who is Reverse Flash. So then Caitlin is going to be like her and realize that she was dating the Reverse Flash the whole time. Kind of what happened to her and Jay Garrick, aka Zoom, or Hunter Zolomon in season 2, which could be like a recurring theme for her. Kind of like how Barry was friends and his mentors was the Reverse Flash and Zoom, aka Jay Garrick. Other than that, the rest of the season is pretty good. But maybe we'll change a few villains. Definitely have to be more powerful for the Flash, aka Barry. Only because it's a little boring of the weekly villains of Barry. The only thing he has to do is just run really fast to beat them. Just so it's more of a challenge, more entertaining about that. Things at the end. So the villain's gonna be the Reverse Flash, aka Ronnie. He's gonna be revealed, and Caitlin is gonna be really upset about that, and goes into basically what happened when Ronnie died. Kind of gets depressed ish. Basically, Rogue Air and Fast Enough, the last 2 episodes of season 1, would probably play out the same with Arrow and Flash fighting Reverse Flash, since Firestorm isn't a thing in my universe thing I made. But in Fast Enough, I think the Reverse Flash wants to go home. Flash comes back and does exactly what he did. Instead of saving his mother, Eddie came and shot himself, and well, the Reverse Flash got wiped from existence. And in this makeshift universe, there's not going to be a singularity after. So I kind of like the whole Flash being solo to catch back the villains. He might realize that he has to do some of the work himself. So he goes back and catches all the villains that escaped when they were transferring them to Iron Heights. It would start out the same with Jay Garrick like trying to join the crew, like the Star Labs crew, and like convinces them that he's from Earth 2 and he's the Flash on there. Season 2 is mostly good. I mean, just the only things that we have to change are that we have to get rid of 2 episodes. The Fury of Firestorm and the Reverse Flash returns. Because, well, in this universe, Firestorm doesn't exist, and the Reverse Flash was killed. But we'll talk about him, of how he's going to come back a little later. Really, there's nothing else to change about season 2. It's pretty good. The final episode, The Race of His Life, is good. Um, yeah, that's it. The villain Savitar of the season is so good, and like the idea of him is so good, but they really played it and made it kind of bad compared to what it should have been. I mean, at least it's better than this, of course. So, Flashpoint starts. Barry runs back in time and saves his mother and everything, and stops Reverse Flash from saving his mother. And he takes Reverse Flash, puts it in like a cell thing, and he lives his life. Then he slowly loses his memories and speed. Then he asks Reverse Flash for help, and the Reverse Flash, and this is how he lives. Just so it's a little more easier than whatever show did. He's gonna go back in time, kill his mother, and then he's also gonna go back and save Eddie from being shot, so he could save himself from the future. So it just makes more sense for future seasons for him to be alive. But and for the next couple of episodes, like to episode 5, it's gonna be fully focused on Wally becoming the Kid Flash killer. It's like the Flashpoint stuff, like the paradox and whatnot. So we're gonna learn Caitlin turns into Killer Frost, Cisco being mad at the Flash. Then most of the rest of the season is pretty good into episode 17, Duet. It's where like Supergirl and Flash are like in a musical or something. Instead of that, I think that should be the episode where Flash is planning on proposing to Iris, and Wally, I think it was Wally, never gonna like say anything about Flash marrying Iris just to protect her. That's not gonna happen. It's just the proposed episode right before the finale. The rest of the season's still gonna be the same with HR sacrificing himself for Iris to live and whatnot. So that's it. So this is when the Flash show starts to go down in quality. So this is season 4. It starts with Barry like being stuck in the Speed Force prison. Cisco brings him back and all that stuff. I want to limit the bus metas to like only a few episodes, because then it gives us a little more time to work on Elongated Man. So yeah, Elongated Man can be worked on, and then after that's Crisis on Earth X, which that's a really good Crisis crossover. And then next is the trial of the Flash when he is like put to prison. That is the best part of the season in my opinion. Um, I think it should go on for maybe one more episode so we could work on Elongated Man or Raph Didney, because he had 2 solo episodes of just him. And then True Colors happen when they escape the prison. And then it's the Flash Time episode where they were like, I like that episode because that's when like all the Flash people came together and stopped the nuke bomb thing. And then our next episode's Iris Run It is like Iris when she gets the Flash powers. I really don't like that since she's supposed to be like the person running the table of the team to help everyone. And then it's basically the finale after that. Um, I think it's better if the Flash like outsmarted the Thinker. So like he went into DeVoe's chair and like outsmarted the Thinker. I think it should have ended the same way with Ralph turning into Clifford DeVoe or something. But other than that, I think the season's pretty good. I mean, Flash season 5 is kind of unfixable. Well, so it's gonna start off the same. Nora's gonna come. I want the first few episodes to focus on Caitlin's father and that stuff. and then Elseworlds, which is also a really good crisis crossover thing. And then Cicada. So Cicada's gonna come. There's not gonna be any filler or anything, except for like King Shark vs Gorilla God. That is a really good episode. But Cicada's gonna like kill the villains, but he's gonna be more like a comic. Um, so like in the comics, he was almost immortal, and like he steals the life force of other living beings to regenerate his own life and physical damage. I definitely did not read that off Wikipedia. Um, we don't need the Godspeed episode. It's good, but I want to save that for later. And the last few episodes, instead of the girl cicada, that's going to be completely wiped out. So after Cicada is convinced to be a good guy, Thawne from the future, since the dagger is going to be destroyed, Thawne is going to come back in time from when he was going to get executed and kill Cicada. And then the last few episodes of the season are going to be about Thawne. Nora is going to learn, like, be as bad as Thawne since she, like, turned with red light. Yeah, that's how season 5 would go. Season 6. So by far, it's the worst season, but that's gonna change, hopefully. So the first part of the season was about blood work, which was pretty cool. That was really good and fun. But the only thing I didn't like was the whole Speed Force, like, in it, where she was, like, helping with blood work. Maybe get her out and the Flash just, like, gets out of it somehow, because Flash is Flash. Then Crisis on Infinite Earths. Ooh, that was something. But instead of Earth 90, the old Flash dying, the real CW Flash is gonna exist, but it's gonna play like the comics, where he comes back to life. And so in the second half of the season, there's not gonna be Eva McCulloch, because that was the worst thing ever happened. It's gonna be Reverse Flash, getting the Flash back from Crisis, um, like absorbing his consciousness to bring him back to like the real world from the Speed Force, and maybe like that's how the negative Speed Force is born. Like the Reverse Flash needs the negative Speed Force to bring Barry back to life, and there's probably gonna be like a cool scene where the Reverse Flash is saying, "Oh, I'm the only one that's able to kill you," or something. But other than that, if that changes and there's no Eva McCulloch, well then the season's pretty good. Season 7 needs a lot of changing. First of all, there's no Nora Allen as the villain. That's definitely not going to be happening. It's going to be all about Godspeed, since Godspeed's such a cool villain. He needs a season all on his own. He's going to be like the CSI guy, and then he's going to betray Barry because he learned that the Flash was Barry, and he wants to defeat Barry in speed. So he does become Godspeed, and well, Godspeed's Godspeed. And for the ending, it's definitely not going to be a lightsaber battle. That was horrible. And Eobard Thawne is not going to come back. This is going to be all Flash defeating Godspeed. Maybe he has to like kill the clones, but he has to like get over killing people or something. And after that, he has to like absorb the speed from Godspeed, kinda. And he loses his powers and goes to jail. Bada bing, bada boom. That's season 7. Oh, and Cisco never left Team Flash and didn't get replaced by Chester. We're just gonna start season 8 from scratch. So this season's gonna be about the Red Death. So I didn't watch the Batgirl show, but maybe it could be like they are exploring universes where Batman still exists, and they found a universe where Batman and Flash merge, which turned into the Red Death, which then the Red Death followed Batgirl back back to Earth 1, and then Red Death could be the villain of Flash. And just like the comics, Red Death's going to be one of the most menacing villains of all, and kills a lot of people. And yeah, that's season 8. So season 9 is going to be like a combination of all the seasons and co-op blue. And it's going to go like every episode down keeps on going back in a season. So there's only going to be like 10 or 15 episodes. Like the first episode could be like introducing what's happening with Co-op Blue. The next episode could be about season 8, and then to season 7, to season 6, to season 5, to season 4, season 3, season 2, and then season 1. Then the finale could be all of the villains, all of the speedster villains in Co-op Blue fighting Flash. There's not going to be any side characters or anything. Cecile or Allegra, they're not going to fight. It's only going to be the Flash. Oh, and Jay Garrick, Nora, and all of the other speedsters, Jesse Quick and whatnot. But other than that, that's going to be the final season. Thank you for sticking to the end. If you have any suggestions or any way to change it, comment below. I might do another video of changing a few things based on your guys' opinions. But other than that, see ya.